Hey there, welcome back to the Meat Thinker channel. I am closer to the brisket having on the Brazos offset, and I am very happy about it. I'll show you how I got there, so let's get to it. I've been trying to figure out how to run my Brazos properly, and I've been making progress since my first cook. I was able to get the consistency on the grate temperature. I figured out the right size for my splits to keep the temperature swings down to minimum. After all that, the flat was still drying out too quick and getting overcooked. Then I thought, what if 275 degrees was a little too hot on my Brazos? So I decided to do another experiment and brought the average cooking temperature down to 225. It, of course, went up and down, but I made sure it didn't go over 250. This time I went for a prime brisket from H-E-B. Using my new Victorinox knife that was recommended in the comments, I slowly trimmed the brisket looking a half decently trimmed brisket. I won't bore you with the trimming part and get right to seasoning. If you want to see my unskilled trimming process, I'll put the video on the back end of this episode. I went with my typical 2-to-1 mix of coarse ground black pepper and kosher salt. Cover front and back and both sides. In my book, the more black pepper, the better bark. Don't be afraid of more black pepper. While the salt penetrates the meat, let's get the fire going. Today, I'm using a small pile of lump charcoal to start the coal bed. And charcoal is hot, and let's get the splits going too. For today's cook, my target temperature is between 225 and 250. The smoker is right at 235, 236 across the grate. The brisket is ready. Let's throw this in the smoker. Four hours in, making a good progress on the bark. It's not soft to touch yet, and it's got nice mahogany color on the side. 6.5 hours in, I like what I'm seeing. I like the color, bark, fat is getting softer. The flat seems a bit stiff, but not like the last cook. I have a good feeling about this one. 7.5 hours in, the smoker is running at 225 to 228. A little bit of pulling going on, but not too much. I can see the fat has turned yellow. The bark has formed, and it is hard to touch, but when I poked harder, I can tell the fat underneath the bark has turned soft. "10 hours in, the grate temperature is right at 243, 244, and the internal temperature is at 153. This cook is going very slow, but just like the old saying, it will get done whenever it decides to get done. The bark is really dark now. Under that crispy bark, the fat is very soft. Right at 10.5 hours in, it started raining. Well, I guess it's going to take a little longer to finish. With all that steaming, the grate temperature seems to drop a tad bit, but not by much. The smoker is trucking along. 12 hours in, the internal temperature is still stuck at 158. I feel around the brisket and everything looks right to me except for the brisket taking too long. I did notice that the fat on the side started to split and there is a fat layer underneath the bark turned beautiful yellow. That means this cook is going really well. 13 hours in, the internal temperature got to 165 and decided to fold both this and stick it in the oven at 250 to finish this off. I did not expect this cook to go past 12 hours and I had to leave for an errand. Right into the oven, and here it goes. When I got home, the brisket spent about 2 hours in the oven at 250. The internal temperature is showing right at 208. This made me a little nervous about overcooking, but I won't know until I slice this thing open. I let the brisket cool down to 165 and put the brisket back in the oven at 170 for resting. It is almost 8 p.m. after 6 hours of resting in the oven. Let's examine this brisket. I see a small pool of juice underneath the brisket. I finger slap the brisket and there is that jiggle. Oh man, this got me so excited. I tried to split the bark open and saw that nice yellow sticky jelly-like fat. Before cutting into this, I do one last jiggle test. I put the knife in the middle and split the brisket in half. Nice render fat, great smoke ring, plenty of juice to go around. My slicing knife is struggling to cut through the fat layer without ruining the bark. I switched to a serrated bread knife and it works much better. Cut a few slices and go for the finger test. It drips down my finger like a properly cooked brisket slice would. Proceed to perform a pull test and it passed. Folks, I have to tell you that this is what I've been after ever since I bought the Brazos offset. My flats failed this test on every cook I did in the past until today. This makes me really happy that I have finally figured out how to run my smoker properly. Guys, you want some brisket? Come on over. Which one you want? You want the flat end or the actual slice?
Flat end.
Flat end? You want one?
Yeah.
Hey, come here. What's the score?
9.9.
9.9. Score, buddy. 10. Alright. While at it, let's check out the point as well. Get a slice on the point side. Finger test, good. Pull test, great. It was a bit grainy on the top, but not because it was overcooked. Split down the middle and it looks fantastic. Jiggle test also passes. Let's get the burn ends. And they are absolutely beautiful. I'm very excited how this brisket turned out. I would count this as a full success. After countless tweaking of the smoker setup such as fire bricks, stack extensions, baffles, split sizes, cooking temperatures, it was a very rewarding moment to see the brisket turned out the way it did. That one last tweak was setting the target cooking temperature at 225 and it was the right move. To summarize my takeaways from this, I have 7 items. 1. Keep the fire bricks in the firebox as is. 2. Keep the stack extension. 3. Keep the fire brick baffle at the throat of the firebox to block any radiant heat to keep it from scorching the bottom of the brisket. 4. Start the coal bed and wait until the first set of splits turn into coal before throwing the brisket into the smoker. 5. Keep the split sizes small to minimize the temperature swing. 6. Make sure to place thermometer probe on both sides of cooking grate to monitor the temperature. 7. 275 is too hot on the Brazos. Brisket needs to cook at 225. When I bought this offset, I had never thought that cooking on the offset would be so delicate and so sensitive to small changes in the setup. I have paid my dues with many ruined briskets, and I finally feel like I've tamed this beast somehow. Before celebrating the win, I'm going to try one more cook with the exact same setup to make sure I can reproduce the outcome I had with this brisket. So please stay tuned. There you have it. How many cooks did you go through before you have dialed in your smoker for the perfect brisket? Please share with us in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my Instagram handle at MeatThinker. Thank you for watching and keep meat thinking.
What did